So I just dropped off the youngest one at my parents' house, and now it's time to head to work, so let's get going. Somewhere in Ohio, and then this one down here is going to the execs down, or the new CIO in Rose. So let's get these laptops sent out. All right, I boxed them both up, so let's take them downstairs. All right, just dropped off the packages. One's going downtown, one's going to a user somewhere in Ohio. Got the tracking number for the one that actually needs shipped out. So let's go back. So I got a Mac user that's having cert problems with the Wi-Fi. Looks like the cert's expired, so we just need to get them one. So let's go do it. To get a Mac user a new cert, we have to take it off their Windows device, export it, and then import it into Keychain, and then enter the password a couple times, and then hopefully they get connected. And the user was able to connect after we imported a new cert, so we're all set. Alright, so I have a user that still can't get it. We can't move our high floater. So I'm going to try one more thing that someone else suggested, because I reached out to our Teams chat for the desktop support. And someone suggested something, so I'm going to try that. So I got to grab, I think it's USMT up and down. I'm going to try to do that. So I got to grab a Dell from the back, just installing software for a couple of new hires. That's really about it. Everyone, sorry for the cords. I was using my AirPods, but it was coming only in mono, so I'm trying these to see if it comes a little bit better in stereo. Today we're going to talk about Monday 2/6 and go a little bit into why I started eating and why I continue to eat, self-loathing, things like that. So Monday, first thing in the morning, I had my vitamins, which is 15 calories. Then all I had the rest of the day up until dinner was one Diet Coke and one Coke Zero. After my 20-hour fast, which ended right around 5 when I was at work. So before I left work at 5, the execs had a board meeting. So part of that board meeting, they put out snacks. I grabbed 2 peanut butter kind energy bars. They're $2.50 a piece. So at 5 o'clock when my fast ended, I opened up one of those and ate it just to try to see what it was like. They're really not that bad. And then I went home. After I got home, wife was supposed to cook dinner, but she hadn't yet when I got home. So I had 2 thin sliced chicken breasts that were seasoned with Cajun seasoning. I also put a little bit of Frank's red hot sauce on it, which is 0 calories, and the Cajun seasoning is also 0. The chicken was 220, so it was only a total of 220. And then for a snack, I had my peanut butter yogurt for 466. The wife and the kids had Chipotle, but I didn't want any, so while they were eating Chipotle, I had my peanut butter yogurt. So dinner totaled 686. So I included the yogurt in with my dinner. The snacks, which is just the peanut butter bar, was 250 for a total of 951 calories. So that concludes the diet. So now going into my eating habits and how they got out of control, and things that I came to realize as I was attempting to diet for the 50th time, it seems like. So again, as I said before, growing up, never really went in the fridge, never felt like I was allowed to go in the fridge and just grab what I wanted whenever I wanted. I probably could have done it for fruit and things like that, but just never felt like I was able to. So when I moved out on my own, I just didn't eat. I had to grab food from the deli or fast food. But basically, most of my calories I consumed were in Mountain Dew. And it feels like just overnight I went from 128 to 220, but it really took me a couple of years to get there. It was just eating constantly. Like, the time before this, I was active working. Then I started went to college, got my degree in IT, started sitting more for work, and that didn't help either. So like I said before, the girlfriend and I moved in together, so there's just food all the time in the house. So I'd come home from work or whatever, day off or whatever, and I just grab a box of Cheetos and just could eat the whole box or the whole bag of potato chips. Or if wife made, or the girlfriend made, she's not my wife, but she made, hamburger helper or whatever, I could eat the whole thing. Like, we would have no leftovers. I just eat it. Never really, calories were just, didn't even know what they were at that time. So yeah, started getting heavier and started really noticing it. Started wearing baggier clothes. In 2013, 2014, wife and I did a photo shoot for our engagement, and I didn't want to take my jacket off because I felt very uncomfortable in my own skin. Didn't really want to do anything for it, didn't want to diet, didn't want to eat any differently. I just didn't like the way I looked. Didn't want to do anything, didn't want to put in work to lose the weight. I don't know. I just ate because I was depressed because of my weight, and then I'd get more depressed and then eat, and it was just a vicious cycle. But yeah, that's kind of how, and it didn't help that I would eat a bunch of sugar, like cupcakes and brownies and that. I know up until recently I could sit here at work and I'd go down to the little cafeteria that we have and buy donuts and maybe coffee cake, not coffee cake, but like coffee donuts and brownies, chips, and I could eat almost 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories just from that stuff, which is just empty calories. So as we'll find as I go through all this is that my eating habits changed. I started eating healthier and then gave up and go back to eating crappy, and then started to eat healthier and go back to being crappy, until this last time where I just said enough's enough. I can't take it anymore. I had to do something. I had to start eating healthier. Took everything I've learned from previous attempts and just went with it, and I'm going to stick with it. It was nothing for me during this time to eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories in a day and not exercise. My exercise was like walking to my car kind of thing, or maybe going for a walk around the neighborhood, but that was very rare, and it wasn't even at an exhausting pace. It was just kind of a casual kind of walk thing. But tomorrow we'll go and start kind of go over a little bit of my first dieting attempt and how I felt, my mindset, things like that. And I'm just happy to take you guys on this journey. I hope you guys are. All right, after my lunchtime adjusting session, I spent some time editing the video for Friday. I'm super far behind. I have to edit Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday, and then Mondays. I might just do a combo for Saturday and Sunday. So I'm either 3 or 4 videos behind. So I spend the rest of my lunch editing videos. So let's get back to work. Good evening, y'all. It is roughly 6 o'clock. Just got home from work. I know I didn't make a video before I left work, but I left in quite a bit of a, well, not quite a bit of a hurry. I left a little early so I could go get my youngest from my dad's house earlier so that I could get to the gas station and get gas in my car. Otherwise, I wasn't going nowhere. So I just picked up the older one. She's upstairs with the younger one. Gotta find something quick for them for dinner because at 7:30, the oldest has a trial class of tumbling. A little while later, dinner is over, well, at least mine, and the eldest is over. Younger one hasn't eaten yet. I got her food in the car, peanut butter jelly sandwich and some Doritos. I probably should cut up some fruit before I leave, but I don't know. We'll worry about that later. But we're about to head out to go take the oldest to her trial class. And then when we get home, it'll probably be bedtime and everything because, well, I guess the oldest one doesn't have school tomorrow. But that's a whole nother story for tomorrow. But it'll probably be bedtime and getting ready to go do all that kind of fun stuff. Hey, we just got back. She's okay. Cried for the first, 10-15 minutes. Didn't really want to leave my side, but now she's fine. She's good. She's got another trial class Saturday, and we'll see how she goes from there. But I think it's time for me to go to bed. So if you like this video or like other videos I've done, please like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications. Thank you.